then had a very boring no-comment interview. When all these points are put to me, I just say no comment. And at the end of that, they said, well, have you anything else to say? So I said, no comment. And then they said, right, well, we can go in a bit. And they've been in touch earlier on with BNP councillor Richard Mulhall earlier on in town, discussing the arrangements. And obviously the police, again to be fair, they brought me to Halifax, no bones about it. I should have been in Bradford, which is where the investigation was based. This investigation, incidentally, has cost, they say, they've had a team of officers working on this 10 hours a day since the secret agent program. You know, like there's no crime in Bradford. A scandalous waste of money. But we should have been taken to Bradford, but they felt that if I was taken to Bradford, it could cause a major riot, so they brought me to Halifax instead. So we had a bit of discussion about how I was going to get out of the place, and they offered me the option of going out the back door instead of in front of the media, so I said no thank you, I'll go out through the front door. They were saying there was a crowd there, and some of my security, so okay, fair enough, we'll go out and meet security. They didn't tell me what the crowd was. Now on television earlier on, a few minutes ago, they said there were, 30 BNP supporters there. One of our people who was marshalling the numbers there counted them. We had at short notice, and particularly where it was really short notice because no one knew until late afternoon where I was. Didn't know which police station I was. At short notice, the activists and supporters of this party in the north of England includes people who came down from Teesside. Many thanks for that. Geordie, well, almost Geordies. Thank you, the almost Geordies. Thank you. And Maccas and the rest of them. People across from Lancashire, right across from Blackpool, all over Yorkshire. We got 173 people outside that police station tonight to welcome me out and make sure that there was no mob of scum throwing eggs or whatever. A tremendous security operation. Our chief security man, his bad luck, wasn't able to get there because he's just headed off home. It was miles away. But you can see the effort he's put into training and so on. Had a tremendous security team there. People have seen it on television. It looks so professional. I'm not actually that interested in the look, really. The fact is it was professional. There was no chance of me coming to any harm coming out of there, which is obviously the media were there. They're hoping that there's going to be trouble. And all millions of people have seen tonight is a big, big crowd of British National Party members and supporters, all ages, you know, fellas and ladies alike, all there to support me, not because I'm Nick Griffin, but because I'm speaking up for something that millions of British people feel passionately that needs to be talked about.
Where do we go from here then within the party? If the state is allowed to arrest people for what they claim inciting to racial hatred and what Wales is telling the truth, where does the party go from here?
Well, there is going to be more of that. I'd like to be able to say, look, if you're an organiser or an activist or whatever, this is only the top level of the party gets taken like this, you'll be okay. It's not the case. We're entering a totalitarian phase when the liberal left, they've had their 30 years of revolutionary chaos when they've broken up our society. Now they're in charge and they're applying the jackboot very, very hard and firmly to our neck. There's going to be more and more of this. And if any of our people out there feel they can't stand the heat, then get out of the kitchen, because this is only the first sign of what's to come, in fact. Which shouldn't bother anybody at all. What do you expect? You can't win a country back from the people trying to give our country away without suffering and sacrifice. It's not going to be easy, but losing this country is going to be a damn sight harder. So it'll come in waves. There's going to be a lot more trouble and repression on us, despite the fact that the CPS and several of the police officers have in fact indicated that they think that this case, as regards me in particular, is going absolutely nowhere. Sooner or later, there's no doubt that anyone in a senior position in this party is going to go to prison, purely for their beliefs. And equally, when that happens, I've no doubt that there's people there to replace them. There's several waves of people who are perfectly capable of doing the job that the people now running this party can do. You know, perhaps someone won't be able to give a speech in a certain way. Some people won't be quite as good with the media. But we've got a huge cadre of really keen, really committed, really intelligent, really dedicated people now. And whatever they do to people at the top, there'll be more ranks of people there to take their police. They can't lock us away forever. And every time that they lock us away, and it's on the television over there, there's going to be millions more British people that really understand that Labour, Lib Dem, Tory, they're not alternatives, they're one party. They're the one party state, and we're the only party which is there in opposition to them. And the more they do, we couldn't buy this publicity in terms of getting into the public's head the fact that we are different to the other politicians. We're the people who are going to win this country back and change it for the better.
Thank you very much, sir. Cheers.